Hello, happy day to everybody. Welcome, Genuine Creators. How's everybody doing today? Got a question for you. Had an experience the other day where my brother, who is also a partner in the business, went to cash a check that was written out for some work that was done. And he went to the bank. Have you ever had a check bounce? I'm sure in the course of time, in the course of your life, having a bank account, you've either yourself or heard of others who have had a check bounce. And you know what a check bouncing is? It's the person or the company went to cash that check, and then the bank went to cash the check, or a company or whatever, and when they went to do that, there weren't enough funds in the bank account, right? And so the check bounced. Well, how about my one of the banks I deal with told my brother to bounce because they didn't have the cash in the bank, not in my bank account, right? And not in our bank account, but in the bank itself. They said, you got to bounce and come back another day. You're going to have to come back in a couple days. And so I did let them know that's going to be a problem. That's an issue. This is one of the banks I do business with. And now they're saying that who would have thought the money's not in the bank? And so it's not a far-fetched idea. It does happen. And also banks are only required to have 10% of the money that you deposit into the bank there. That's called fractional reserve banking. So it's one of the ways that they operate. And obviously when you're expecting to be able to cash a check or have an employee or a company or another business being able to, they're relying on that, being able to go into the bank and cash a check, and you're not expecting the bank to say, sorry, we can't do that. So one of the excuses was that the bank vault person wasn't there, so they didn't have access to their vault. But they were probably just perpetrating there as well, because even though banks have vaults, they, like I said, as soon as you put money in the bank, they really start circulating it right away. So they're investing in whatever they're investing in. They're also loaning out the money. They're also loaning money to foreign countries and things like that. So just sharing an experience that I had today. See the electric trucks over there. Just sharing an experience I had the other day. And they told my brother or they tried to contact me, and so they were trying to also perpetrate like it was a fraud prevention thing or whatever. And there's been many times checks have been written out from the business to a contractor, from the business to a partner, and there's been no issue. So this was our first experience of going to cash a business check, and that bank saying, we don't have funds. The bank doesn't have funds in there to cash the check. So they were saying that they only had a certain amount of money in their drawers, in their cash drawers, right? And it was just it's just kind of unbelievable, if you will, because when you think about it, the bank has hundreds and thousands and millions, depending on the bank, of folks, whether they're depositing checks, they're depositing cash, they're wiring money right to the bank and to their respective accounts. And so you would expect that, hey, when I go into the bank, I should be able to cash a check. When I go into the bank, I should be able to withdraw funds. That's like saying I'm going over here to the bakery. I'm going to the place called the bakery where they bake bread and they provide bread, and you go in and they say, we don't have any bread. What? But you bake bread, like this is what you do. So One of the experiences that we had the other day, and it was a bit disturbing, but it also brings to mind that you don't want to just have one bank account, and you don't want to just rely on, have all your eggs in one basket when it comes to doing business, and when it comes to your different accounts that you have, personal or business. So and it's also like a reminder to be like, okay, what if that bank shuts down or closes down, and are you prepared? Are we prepared? Do you have money in a safe, or do you have money in another place in case the bank does shut down, for instance, or in case the bank does say, in this instance, we don't have the funds for you to be able to cash that check. So, and it was only, get this number, it was only a $1,500 check. You know what I mean? It wasn't a $50,000 check or a $100,000 check. You know what I mean? It was a $1,500 check. So, it's just kind of boggled my mind that they did not have the funds in there to cash that check. So, just wanted to share this experience and this scenario that happened. And comment below, has anybody ever experienced going into the bank and the bank tells you that the bank doesn't have the funds in their bank to cash the check that you went in to cash? I'd be interested to find that out from you guys and to see if you've ever experienced this before. So until next time, guys, be well.